Hello, and welcome back to another episode of MTG Rap. So, with Modern Masters 2 having been released, I myself got 3 boxes and opened them. Fairly pleased. We are going to review some main points from this set. So, I think I'm just gonna go through the rares and mythics first, giving a little bit of an opinion on each. I'm gonna care less about limited and care more about whether or not it was a correct reprint on Wizards' part. All is Dust, I think that's a really, really good reprint. Needed to be reprinted, brings the price down. Also, just having drafted Modern Masters 2, it's a fun card to play with if you can play it. It's kind of funny. Emrakul, it's a great printing. I actually think that most of the mythics, aside from Comet Storm, which I pulled 2 of, they're very, very good. They're all over $10, so you're going to make your money back when you open a mythic. I thought Emrakul was very good. Karn Liberated was a great reprint. Kozilek, Ulamog, same thing. Battlegrace Angel, it's fun in a limited environment. Daybreak Coronet is an amazing reprint. I love that it's at rare. I currently have 3 of them. I'm going to try to get another so I can assemble that green-white enchanter or enchantress deck, whatever they call it these days. Elish Norn, I play in my Esper Gifts deck. I think it's really, really powerful. It needed a reprint. It got a reprint. That's good. Iona, same thing. Indomitable Archangel. I'm sorry. That's hard to pronounce. It was originally a mythic, and it got downgraded to a rare, and I think that's actually really good for it. I ran this in one of the 3 draft decks I did. I really, really like it. I think it's a good card. I think it's fun. I don't know how much modern play it sees. I haven't seen it in too many artifact lists, robot lists, but we'll see. Leyline of Sanctity. It's interesting. I have yet to pull one of these, and I've been needing like 3 or 4 of them, just because red is so prevalent at my LGS, at my local game store. Very good reprint. I love that it's at rare. I also like that it's the only one of the Leyline cycle, because if we had another 4 spots taken up with Leylines that we don't necessarily want, at least we get the one that we do want. Mirror Crusader, great card. I like that it's being reprinted. Same thing with Mirror Entity, although they're very different cards. I like both of them. They're both very good in limited format. Moving on to blue, Cryptic. Enough can be said about Cryptic. Argent Sphinx is, I think, purely a limited card. They only put in the set for Metalcraft, and that's fine. If they want to do that, they can do that. They're more than allowed to put in some fun cards that can go with the mechanics that are already in the set. It's not going to see play, but I don't know. It's an interesting card. Next is one of my favorite cards, Guile. It's so good in Commander, just playing for fun. I have 1 Commander deck. It's a red-blue Niv-Mizzet deck. We'll get to Niv-Mizzet later. But this card's really, really fun. It's really, really cool. It didn't necessarily need a reprint. It wasn't like crazy $15 expensive, but I'm happy that they reprinted it. Hercule's Recall. I'm also running this in the sideboard of my Esper Gifts deck. I really like this card. I think it's very good against robots. I play tested with it a lot, only to find out that it was over $10 and not worth me spending that much money on a sideboard card. But now I can afford it. Now I have 3 of them, so I'm going to probably run 2. Inexorable Tide, again, just another card for draft. Let's see. What else? Excuse me. Tezzeret. I would have rather to have seen the other Tezzeret, but this Tezzeret is fine. It doesn't see as much play as the other one, but it's cool and limited. It's a Planeswalker. It's over $10, I think just barely, so fulfills the requirement of paying back your pack. Vendilion Click. Well, everyone knew Vendilion Click needed a reprint. It's very good that it did. Bitter Blossom. Alright. Here, this is a little problem that I have with Wizards in doing this. They focus so much on making a drafting experience fun, and they don't recognize that this card needed to be reprinted cheaper. This card needed to be reprinted at well, reprinted to make it cheaper. I think the price has actually gone up a little bit. It needed to be reprinted as a rare, I believe. And while, yes, that would have made the best card in limited, by a long shot, I think that it putting it at Mythic is a little bit too much, and while you are going to make the money back if you open it in a pack, just I know it's a little bit irrational, but I would prefer to see it at rare, as it was originally printed. Dark Confidant. I pull a foil one of these, which is so nice. Looks really cool. I think it's actually brought the price down, which is nice, which is good. Let's see. Endrixar, Master Breeder. I mean, I guess I can kind of see what they were trying to do there. I mean, it's just a fun limited card, but I think there are better cards to print in that spot. Excuse me. Next, we have two Wither cards: Midnight Banshee and Necroskitter. Same thing kind of goes with both of these. These are both kind of not super played cards in Modern, but I actually think they're kind of cool. They're really cool in the limited format. Necroskitter especially, it's powerful. It's very powerful. And I'm actually going to try to see if I can do anything interesting with Necroskitter, because if being able to reanimate your opponent's creatures is pretty powerful, actually. Profane Command. This card is so irritating to me, not because it's not good, I think it's alright, but I pulled 2 foil of these, and when you know that you're only going to get 1 or 2 foil rares a box, and out of the 6 I got 2 of these, that is annoying as hell. Puppeteer Click. Great and limited. I think it was a little pricey, and now it's gone down. That's good. Surgical Extraction. I did not pull one of these, surprisingly. I like it. I don't run any decks that would use it. I don't know. Banefire got downgraded from Mythic to a rare, and that's fine and dandy. It's good. I mean, I might run that in eggs at some point if I ever get the money to put that deck together, but we'll see. But it's a good card. Comet Storm. Comet Storm is super frustrating because of all the mythics, every single one is good except for Comet Storm. If they had like 4 mythics, if they had it where like the last set where there were 4 mythics, and it's like, alright, there's a pretty good chance I'm just going to pull a shit mythic in this box. When you have Comet Storm as the only one, you pull the Comet Storm, you just feel like luck is so not on your side, it's unbelievable. And it was not on my side. Twice. Which is really nice. Hellkite Charger. Fun card. Commander card, I think. I think it's decent playing Commander. I like it. Kiki Jiki, reprint. Keep that price low. Not as good as Splinter Twin, in my opinion, but still very good. Spike Shot Elder. I'll take it for the limited thing. Plus, I don't know why it's so expensive. Someone maybe will tell me. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Splinter Twin, great. Needed a reprint. It's where it's supposed to be. It should not have been at Mythic. It's right where it's supposed to be at Rare. I think the price has gone down. It's going to make Splinter Twin a lot more affordable. I might even try to get in it, even though I no longer think that it's the best deck in the format. Thunderblast, yeah, another just limited card. Wildfire, I don't even understand why this card is being printed in this set. It makes no sense. There's no synergy whatsoever. It boggles me a little bit. All Sun's Dawn, again, I don't really like this 4-color theme. I don't really know what's going on here. I don't really see the power behind it. Ant Queen is broken and limited. You play it on turn 5, turn 6, you can have 3 more 1/1s. Really, really good. Let's see. Noble Hierarch. I did not pull one of these, which is really, really annoying because I need it for my Podless Pod deck. I think it's like cut the price in half. Really, really good stuff. Primeval Titan. I love this card. I love the deck it goes in, except for Blood Moon, and I'm hoping that Blood Moon just gets taken out of sideboards or gets banned because it just scoops to Blood Moon. Overwhelming Stampede's pretty good. I actually like that card. Let's see what else. Scoop Mob, okay, unlimited. Goyf, it's not super good. I'm just kidding, it's amazing. I pulled one, luckily, one of my 3 boxes. Wolfbriar Elemental is cool. I do like it a good bit. Let's see, what else? Apocalypse Hydra, downgraded from mythic to rare. Cool card, still $2-3. I really like its printing in the set. I think it actually works very well, especially because although it is in red and green, it's the idea of counters, and we have a lot of proliferate in the set. Proliferate's actually one of my favorite mechanics, and although of course they didn't have infect because infect is broken as hell in limited, it was cool to see this. Ghost Council of Orzhova. I have no idea why they printed this card in the set. I mean, someone tell me, is there a commander deck with this card? Because I don't see how it's good. I don't see how it's fun to play with. It's a 4/4 for 4, and it's kind of hard to cast. You gain 1 life, target opponent loses 1 life when it enters the battlefield. Nothing special. Horde of Notions, awesome card if you get it in foil. It is a sick commander, lets you play 5 color, lets you play elementals. I personally think it's really cool. I've played some decks on tap with it. I don't have an MTGO because I do not have a Windows computer, but I think the Horde of Notions, if you get that in foil, that's just so cool. Mystic Snake. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of pricey. Playing with it in limited, it's very, very strong. It's almost always a 2-for-1, I think, at least. Because you are trading a spell for a spell, but you are also getting additional bonus from it. I'm trying to think of cards that are like that. It's basically like a card that says counter draw. It's like a cryptic command, except that instead of drawing, it's a 2/2 flash, and that's the only mode you can do, which is cryptic command's very good. I don't know if this is as good, but it's still cool. It's still fun. I got one in foil too. Niv Mizzet, my commander, amazing card, amazing and limited. Has a combo with Swans of Burnout Argyle, which I'll talk about later. Shadow Mage Infiltrator. This card's really expensive. I don't know why. Apparently it has a lot of history within Magic. Someone won a pro tour with it, I believe. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. It's okay. I mean, the card draw is nice, but it would have been cooler if they reprinted something a little bit more powerful in that slot. Creekwood Liege, this card should be way more expensive. It's amazing. It's a 2/2 that pumps out 3/3s every single turn. Not to mention that it also buffers all, or at least a lot of your creatures. Fulminator Mage, needed a reprint. Perfect time to reprint it. Perfect because it's at rare. Very good. I got one. I'm happy. Novelist of War. This card's just overprinted. I think it actually could have been at uncommon. It should be at uncommon because it's just not a very good card. I mean, it's okay in limited, but it basically forces you into either mono white, mono red, or red white. And it's a pretty aggressive card. You can't really sit back on defense with it. Swans of Burn Argyle, really good card. Combos off with Niv Mizzet. I like it. It's not super expensive. A lot of people are kind of upset by it, but it's alright for me. Let's see. So Whitley Fleege, another really, really good card. Seeing a lot of play in Modern these days for it. I'll be fair, it's a very good card. I don't know if it's the $40 card that it was. It's now a lot less. Good job of Wizards' part of recognizing that and getting into the set. I don't know if it was originally, because the price spike was pretty recent, but good job on Wizards' part of doing this. Chimeric Mass. It's okay. I'm not gonna lie, not my favorite card. Interesting, it kind of reminds me of Myth Realize, just because it's, again, charge counter and then it becomes a creature. I don't know, maybe that's just me being dumb. It's an interesting card. I could see myself trying to play with it in limited. I don't know if I would actually main deck it, but I don't know. Etch Champion, cool, really good card. I actually think it should be in all the robot decks just because it gives it protection from all colors, which basically makes it unbeatable against, unless it's in the mirror. Etched Monstrosity, good card. Again, this 5-color team is not really to my fancy. I can make do with that card in the set. I mean, it's not right here, but whatever. Lodestone Golem, awesome reprint. Really, really good reprint. It sees play in Legacy, interestingly enough. I tried to make a Mud modern deck. You can't do Mud without Ancient Tomb. Found out pretty quickly. Lodestone Mirror, not the Goblin this time, the Mirror. Good card, and seeing, because I did get it in my artifact deck when I played Limited, it's very powerful if you draft equipments, because if you can draft equipments and then you attack with it, you can also give it +1/+1 for each equipment, because the equipment doesn't tap when the creature attacks. It's a little known secret that can actually be used to make Lodestone Mirror, which seems like a 2/2, maybe a 3/3, like a 9/9. That's pretty good. Long Forgotten Gohei. It's alright, not super expensive. I could care less. Mox Opal needed the reprint. I talked about this. This was probably, I think it was the card that I said most needed a reprint in my earlier video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. Really good card, legendary artifact. I like actually the new border on it. Looks really nice, really clean, crisp. Precursor Golem, great card. I did not realize how good this card was until I played it in draft. I also did not realize how vulnerable this card was. Because if they had a bolt, you spent 5 mana and they bolt your thing. That's really not super fun if you ask me. Yes. So the next card we'll take a look at is Spellskite. Spellskite is interesting, at least to me. I find it to be, it's an interesting card. What should I say about this? I think of all the cards printed in Modern Masters, this was the one that I could have seen them not including. And just let me explain. This is the one that I think could most easily be reprinted in a core set in Magic Origins. And I know that sounds crazy, because it's hard to get Phyrexian mana into a set that otherwise does not have Phyrexian mana, but we have no idea what's coming up in Magic Origins, and I think that this would have actually been a really cool card to have in Standard. I would have really liked to see how it's working out with all these crazy dragon decks in the format. I don't know, maybe that's just me, it's probably stupid, I don't know. Sunforger, nah, it's not terrible, it's not great, but it's not terrible. I've heard there's some pretty cool synergies, though. Getting, what's the card? I mean, you can get Electrolyze, Lightning Bolt. I think someone was telling me about how they used that. Oh, yeah. They used that to get a Smash to Smithereens and smashed, I think it was a Gust Skimmer, because Gust Skimmer is actually pretty good. Dealing 3 damage, and this was also when the opponent had 7 life, so getting that last bit, that's pretty cool. I think it is, at least. Blinkmoth Nexus, good. Where is Inkmoth Nexus? Where the hell is Inkmoth Nexus? That card needed a reprint more than Blinkmoth. Blinkmoth was in the first Modern Masters. Why is Inkmoth not here? I almost feel like it's like a typo or something. Like, they put in the wrong one by accident. They didn't have time to go back and fix it. Ivuden downgraded from Mythic to Rare. Really good for the price. Trying to make Eldrazi playable? I don't really think so. And that's going to do it for the rares. Let me just quickly go through. Let's see. Uncommons. Well, not an uncommon, but I like the reprinting of Apostle's Blessing. I like the printing of Dispatch. I think it could see some play in some robot decks, just because it's a fun card. Spectral Possession. Just good job, Wizards, keeping that price down. Oblivion Ring. You know, it's the funnest card to play with at your kitchen table. I remember playing with that card a lot, actually. Muldrifter reprint. Great and limited. Remand is the only uncommon that's over $4 in this set. Why is it the only uncommon that's over $4? That's ridiculous to me. Wizards, that's a huge mistake. You have to look at that when you're in design And recognize that having just one good uncommon is not going to do it. The worth of packs comes in the uncommons. And in the first Modern Masters, you had Kitchen Finks, and you had Path to Exile, and a bunch of other cards that really help to boost the price. Not only are they $10 now, but you're not offering us any good uncommons. That doesn't seem right. Tezzard's Gambit's okay. Dismembers, very, very good. I'm happy they reprinted that, because if not, that price was shooting right up. Bolt, of course, really good that they reprinted that. I think it actually would have been better in the first one, but yeah, it's alright. Mutagenic Growth, I think that was original. No, it might have been uncommon. I thought it was common. I don't know. I'll have to check after. Yeah, I mean, the set's okay. It's fun to draft. I think it's good. It is good.